Okay, we are gonna do a little bit of a jump across the ocean, and we're gonna go to the Czech Republic.
Yes.
Ondřej from Festka is here, and Greg says they have some stunning bikes in their booth, so they brought him over here. Ondřej, tell us about your company.
The company is about 1.5 years old.
Oh, okay.
We have on board people with about 15 to 20 years experience building frames.
Wow.
We are able to, and we do, build bikes from handmade, of course, that's why we're here, from various materials. It's either steel, carbon, as you can see here, and aluminum as well.
Right.
We specialize sort of in carbon. We believe that there should be more new technology brought into this industry, and there's a lot of new technology available in different fields. So we, for example, we took these tubes from Formula 1.
From Formula 1.
We designed them and produced them by ourselves, and it consists of 2 layers of carbon, one inner and one outer, and in between them is a kevlar honeycomb.
It's a honeycomb. Light but strong, huh?
It's an interesting package. It has the same weight as standard frames. It would be about, our frame would be about 2.2 pounds
for a full frame.
A frame. But on top of that, it has a very good life lasting, I would say. It lasts long.
Longer
and
life.
It's sort of puncture resistant. If you crash, then you would most probably hit the outer part of the carbon.
Right.
So it would be very easy to repair, and the inner part would not be damaged.
The inner part would stop it.
Exactly.
And then you have the inner, the honeycomb would stop it basically, and it won't touch the inner.
The inner part. And then with a hollow like this, a hole like this, you would be able to ride whole season long.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's still structurally sound.
Exactly.
Because it's held by the honeycomb structure. So before we jump into that, tell us about biking in the Czech Republic. What's it like for us American viewers? We don't know anything about your cycling. A lot of bikers there, a lot of custom builders, or still growing?
It's still growing. We have a long tradition of custom building frames, very concentrated on steel frames. We have very a large amount of people, but very small. It's like one-man show, I would say, and they are not used to address many people. So they built from a very small community riders. It's
just in their town.
And those people would be like 40s to 60s old, and so they are very, very experienced and traditional. So it's a lifelong job, and it's very nice. And we somehow found once making the company that the offer for us was not enough. So we were actually searching for a fixie frame, and nobody was able to deliver us anything we would be interested. So we said, okay, so why don't we find somebody who does it specially for us? And even though it was not the way we wanted, so we went to Italy, we bought first tubes, we got people who were able to do it, and now we have a company doing the frames.
So basically, you guys are a bunch of hardcore cyclists.
We love it, yeah.
That wanted bikes for yourselves and not afraid of technology, and you just built a company around your passion. Yes,
my partner is a former racer. He was racing for about 15 years.
15-year racer.
He's very experienced in this field, so he can transform his racing experiences into creation of
usage of materials and design. Okay, so what do you got here?
We've got a frame or a bike that was prepared for it is prepared for a racing team. It's done from these tubes. The main triangle is built from these tubes.
What are these tubes called?
We call them sandwich tubes. We didn't have time to give them a marketing name, let's say. But we'll see if it comes. So it's built tube in tube. We formed the tubes so they're a bit flat here.
Flattish.
The head tube is flat as well, so it goes inside, and joint is firm. The same here. And here from the rear, it's standard carbon. We made it strong in this part because we have a feedback from the racers that they need this part to be strong enough or firm as well.
Right.
So that's this bike. It would be weight about about 15 to 16 pounds,
wow.
which would be just on the limit. So it can race, and you don't have to put more weight on it.
Right, right. And so it's a lively feel, extremely durable.
We can define the stiffness of the tubes by the angle the fibers are laid. If they are laid more horizontal, then it would be more stiffer. If they are laid vertical, it would be softer, let's say, and it can be defined for each individual rider.
Right.